Hi everybody, Yarn Fairy here and
Pixie number 1.
behind the camera because we have stuff to show you today. Today we're going to be sharing our Roberta e-spinner. This is some of the yarn that I've spun with it. This one actually has beads. We have an alpaca here, a dark rainbow that a friend gave to me. And this was the initial yarn that was going to be, like, it was the inspiration for Dickens. It started all the trouble. You too can make lovely yarn, right? I'm sure you guys all do make lovely yarn, and I'm sure there's many ways to use this machine, but I just really quickly wanted to share with you some of my tips and some of the things that I've learned about her. And this is a fabulous machine. It's, in my opinion, the best on the market. It's very intuitive, very easy to use. You've got your lazy Kate here, in which you can use your small bobbins and then ply directly into it onto the large bobbin. The belt is back here, which holds everybody together and drives the motor. You've got your flyer tension, your flyer, your bobbin goes on the flyer, and then the belt drives everybody. Crazy. No, that's me. That's my thing. And in front, we have the controls. Oh, wait. You know what? There is another controller back here. I believe there's one for the pause control, and then I'm not sure how the car thingy goes, but there's a car thingy too. Car thingy means you can use it in the car. Car thingy.
Oh.
Technical term for it is car thingy. Okay, so the on button, which it didn't turn on because I'm sitting on my pause controller, which we're going to get to that. I use 9 o'clock for spinning. I find that to be the best, and 3 o'clock for plying. Forward for spinning, and that's S, and reverse is Z. That's for plying. Okay, so real quickly, we just want to run down this thing. So my first several skeins of yarn came out super hyper twisted. They look like dreadlocks. It was not a good thing. So to get the twist correct, like I said, I had to do some bad skeins first. The 9 o'clock position makes it so that the machine does not take up too much or pull too hard, and you've got plenty of time to put your twist in. And you'll probably want to try to go faster, but trust me on this, you do not want to go faster. I made a really fat yarn the first time out, and it was a mess. It looked like threads, it really did. And so this is a very fine, not a very fine yarn, but maybe a sock weight there, and it turns into more of a sport weight. Maybe it's still a sock weight. Anyway, it's beautiful fiber that we used to carry. It's a rose fiber, 50% 18.5 micron merino. Was just amazing base. Anyway, so the trick is not to put too much twist. The best way to test that is to fold it out. I suggest you do that often and try to keep your, what do you call it, when you're flat line? Consistency. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, one quick note. I shared last video, I believe, a woolly winder on this. Airtel will not honor the warranty if you use a woolly winder. I believe it's because it stresses the motor. And I find that when I use the woolly winder, it really yanks on the yarn while it gets going, which is kind of hard to get used to, but I find that spinning is like riding a bicycle. It's all motor memory, and once you get the hang of it, that's it. You can think and read and knit and do anything because you can't knit, okay, but you can read and watch TV or whatever while you're spinning. One thing I did notice, there was a gal, my pause controller, if you wanted to know where it was, on a video somewhere along my long journey here, and she was laying back watching her television, which is right here, with her juice, and I thought, that's cool. She was curled up into a little ball inside of a wingback recliner, and so ever since then I've been really wanting to know how she did it. She actually was using a pedal machine. She wasn't on an e-spinner, so I don't know. Color me crazy, but that just seems like an awful lot of work. But I guess if you had, my foot is on the floor. You could conceivably do this, but I personally, I like to curl up, and then when you need to stop it, your pause controller, you put it in a comfortable position, like under your thigh or your knee or whatever works best, or if you just want to use your hand to stop it, you can do that too. Okay, so my best tip, recline. I love this machine for people who have arthritis in the knees and problems with feet, tendons, Achilles, whatever. Okay, so I don't have an example of plying for you here, but you know my suggestion about putting it, setting the dial to 3. You would up the ante on your flyer tension and make it stronger so that the twist goes through heavier, and you'll be able to notice when it's right. But it's very easy to mess it up and not get enough twist. That was my first problem with my plied yarns. I wasn't putting, I think this is one. I wasn't putting, you can see it right there. He's like hanging off. I'm going to show them that.
Okay.
I wasn't putting enough twist into the fiber, and I ended up with very loose yarns that aren't plied really well and will end up resulting in some felting and pilling once it's knit into something. So that's the hardest part for me, is finding balance. So I just suggest you try and see what you come up with. You don't want that loosely plied yarn though. And I'm missing page 3. I think you guys have it all though. Plying. Yep, pretty sure that's it. Enjoy your machine.